Hello and welcome back, Tokyo fans. My name is Troy. Welcome back to Return of the Troys. My buddy James. Today we are doing a tier list about Power Rangers because I have some very strong opinions. I'm going to do my very, very damn hardest to avoid talking about the Sentais because I have seen a lot of Sentai, and that's kind of not what we're trying to go for today. Like, I want to be able to talk about the season as itself, as a whole. Like, I'm not trying to talk about it as an adaptation. I'm like, this is purely for the Power Rangers fans today.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you actually know quite a bit when it comes to Power Rangers,
right?
I
used to watch it when I was a kid. I used to watch Ninja Storm, Dino Thunder, and Jungle Fury.
All of which are incredibly based.
They kept me entertained when I was a kid, and I was hard to keep entertained when I was a kid.
So, valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're going for today is we're mostly going to be like ranking the series by the suits, but I'm going to talk a little bit about the series as we go, because I don't think it's quite fair to rank series with James when James hasn't seen anywhere near as much Power Rangers as I have.
I'm happy for that to still happen. Like, I can do it off aesthetics. You can do it off how good the series was. We'll even out somewhere.
Fuck it, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
Let me go back over to it just a second. No, it's alright. That's Panopto.
I'm so
It's alright. It's just the one with the red dot on.
sweet.
I had pressed the wrong button. It was a good job we checked. Alright, cool.
So obviously season 1 we have the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I know the suits for these. They're the weird, like, they got diamonds in the middle with lines going off, and yeah, they're fine.
Honestly, personal opinion, genuinely iconic and gorgeous.
I like the Mighty Morphin
adore
suits.
these,
They're
but,
cool.
like,
They're cool.
Obviously, we got to give some respect to the GOAT.
Yeah.
Mighty Moisture.
Yeah, there we go. There's three seasons of this with a different cast every time.
It's not that the cast infinitely changes. It's that a lot of actors left.
Okay, yeah.
So there was an issue where, because this wasn't union work, they weren't getting union pay.
Right.
So the original Yellow Ranger left initially. So did the guy who played Zack, Walter. They were replaced with Johnny Young Bosch and the woman who's. Oh yeah, Johnny Young Bosch is the second Black Ranger ever.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
That's so rad. I had no idea. I fucking love Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah, he's like one of my favourite actors because of Power Rangers, because so I didn't really have much interaction with the original MMPR team. Like, the Green Dragon Ranger didn't really exist to me as a kid. But this movie is the fucking GOAT. So it's used as like a non-canon bridge between season 2 and 3. But,
Okay,
like,
yeah.
They bridge it in season as well.
Yeah, that's
anyway,
fine.
So these are the original actors. So you got Jason David Frank, who unfortunately passed away. You got Tui Trang.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's her name. I may be wrong.
Yeah.
She died in 2001.
Oh, man.
This is Austin St. John.
Yep.
Amy Jo Johnson. David Yost, who still plays Billy. He's coming back in the 30th anniversary special. David Yost went through some shit in the series. So he was in it for like 5 series. Mm-hmm. For 3 of them, he was a ranger. For the rest of it, he was the tech guy, and he got bullied on set for being gay.
Real quick, we're going to talk about it.
I know.
Are we going to mention... Are we... I feel like I'm going to bring it up.
It gets better.
Cool. Because if I can't help but notice that there's a...
I know.
A pattern?
The pattern completely shifts once Walter and Tui Trang left.
Okay. That's... Okay.
I want to say it was just because they fit the character, but I genuinely couldn't tell you.
Listen, it's all a little bit too convenient.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, these suits are iconic, and I think they're going aged for that.
The guy at the back's got that, like, Ginyu Force shit going.
That's Jason David Frank, obviously. He was Dr. O in Dino Thunder. He played Tommy Oliver up until recent day.
Oh, rad.
Yeah, he was a big part of the community, so, like...
That's cool.
The hole that was made when he passed.
The dedication on him.
Yeah, he loves the series just as much as the viewers.
I'm happy to put that in A. Yeah, I feel like that belongs there.
So, judging by that, we'll put season 2 there too, because that was involving the Green Ranger. Mm-hmm. So, the interesting thing is where this White Ranger suit comes from.
Okay, yeah.
So, I'm just going to type in season 2 real quick so I can show you the cast of season 2 more so.
Okay, yeah.
So, at this point, they'd started changing Zords around and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, once it loads, this is the morph sequence of... See, there's Johnny Young Bosch. He plays Adam.
There he is.
He plays Adam.
I had no idea. No way.
Yeah. So this is Steve Cardenas. He's the new Red Ranger. At this point, when they changed the Green Ranger out for the White Ranger, is because obviously they adopt Sentai footage and stuff. They'd run out of green footage to use because the Green Ranger in the Sentai died. Because he was the Sentai's Red Ranger's older brother.
Yeah.
And he died saving him. So they went, fuck it. But they didn't want to change the entire group's suits or anything because the suits were iconic and kids loved them.
Yeah.
So what they did was they stole the White Ranger suit from the next season.
Oh, right, okay.
They were just lucky enough that Kiba Ranger, for some weird reason, his suit specifically just managed to fit the aesthetic enough.
I had an action figure of the White Ranger.
Nice.
Yeah.
So obviously this is still Tommy. Tommy is in the show for like 5 seasons as the leader of the team.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So the moment Tommy becomes the White Ranger is the moment he starts leading the team. Which led to one of the only cases in the show ever where the Red Ranger did not lead the team.
Yeah.
At this point, the character Jason Lee Scott had left and they'd replaced him with a new Red Ranger called Rocky. Rocky is not the leader of the team and he never has been.
Okay, yeah.
Which is really interesting to see him come back in the 30th anniversary special this year, which comes out in April.
Yeah.
Because we don't know who's going to lead the team yet.
Okay, yeah,
So,
fair enough.
Personally for me, this is like still up there, but it's like B.
B. Okay.
It's like the most interesting thing about it was the fact that the leader's suit changed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now we have... This is technically season 3.5 of Mighty Morphin.
Okay.
So these are the Aquitar Rangers.
Okay.
The Aquitar Rangers are a series of ninja alien people. In fact, I'll just...
I was going to say, I don't think we've...
And their entire point in the show was to operate the Ninja Zords after the main characters were all turned into children. And this is how they looked.
Why?
They would put like a load of distortion on their voices and stuff.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So the cool thing about it though was that the White Ranger, she was the first leading female ranger we ever got, and she's not red.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. So Delphine, she's really cool. She's like really revered in the community because like, oh yeah, first leader, really cool. But it's like the amount of distortion that was put on the characters' voices was fucking awful.
Was it really bad?
So bad.
Damn,
It's like
very, 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 very strange decision. Really.
It's just like, oh yeah, so what we'll do for a season is we'll turn these teenagers into 5-year-olds and then we'll make some new rangers appear, which was like, realistically, like, so basically they had to find like these crystals that had like, that were like linked to part of them on the morphing grid or something to bring them back to their normal age. And until they actually managed to do that completely, these guys just took over for a while. And I remember like 2 episodes of this from when I was a kid, and I remember going, Mom, what's that on their face?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you for
honestly,
asking questions.
Like, the ninja suits, they're simplistic, they're nice, I like them. But like, just simply from what happened in the show.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
So, next we have the first season where Tommy Oliver became a Red Ranger, Power Rangers Zeo. Now, I'm going to tell you in advance, I'm sorry.
No, that's all good.
No, like, I'm sorry.
Is it that bad?
Look at this trash. Look at this trash. He's poo. It's so bad. The lips. So this is an adaptation of O-Ranger. O-Ranger sucked anyway. This sucks. This looks so fucking bad.
It looks awful.
So,
I do not like that.
A lot of the original Mighty Morphin cast was still there. So this is Jason, the original Red Ranger. He came back as the Gold Ranger for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Johnny Youngbosh is still here.
Hi, Johnny.
Can't remember her name. This is Steve Cardenas. He was the Red Ranger in Mighty Morphin. Now he's blue. It was a really nice little thing they did.
Yeah.
Like I like the suits. I don't like the helmets, except for this one.
That's quite... Honestly, I like that.
It's rad as fuck.
It's
right?
really cool. Can we go back to the other image of the helmets on for a sec? Muggus. Among Us.
Oh no. Oh fuck. It's been there since the start.
It's been there since the start.
Oh fuck's sake.
Yeah. Muggus. There it is.
Yeah, these suits fucking suck.
They are bad. I like the Gold Ranger.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
F. Just put it in F.
Fuck you specifically.
Yeah.
So next we have, again, another controversial one. So this is the last season that Johnny Young Bosch was in.
Okay.
This is Power Rangers Turbo. This also had a movie.
Okay.
This is the team that replaced the Rangers that left.
Okay.
So Turbo went through a transitional period where the original Zeo Rangers left. So basically, the movie was the first time we actually had a series where the movie directly was meant to be the start of the show. So the Zeo Rangers are all meant to go out and change their powers. In case you haven't noticed, that's not Steve Cardenas.
No, I hadn't.
The character who played, the guy who played Rocky, Steve Cardenas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Bless his heart. He didn't want to, like he wanted to quit. He wanted to leave. So they went, okay, so they went, okay, fine. Your character breaks his leg in the movie and you don't get the powers.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
And they sent a child as a stand-in because this kid just knows the group.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
This kid fucking sucked.
Oh.
This kid fucking sucked.
Oh, okay.
So they were like, oh yeah, so Beetleborgs was really popular at this time, and they were like, okay, well, one of the members of the Beetleborgs is a really young child, and everyone loves that. Let's do that with this.
Right, it just didn't land.
It fucking bombed.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Johnny Young Bosch and Jason David Frank left after this, and they recruited a new team.
Okay, yeah.
First Red Black Ranger.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So this was like a good point for that. This is who replaced Johnny Young Bosch. Carlos is cool.
Yeah.
But like it just didn't land great in some cases. So like unfortunately this team didn't really get to stick around for very long.
Okay, yeah.
Because this was more towards the end of Turbo.
Got ya.
And a lot of them are the Rangers from Power Rangers in Space. So
Rangers in Space. That's literally coming up next.
Yeah, so Turbo for me, better than Zeo, but still pretty
it's
mid.
better than Zeo.
Pretty fucking mid.
Aesthetically, it's better than Zeo as well.
Yeah. So next, obviously, we have Power Rangers in Space. Now, the name sucks. This season went fucking hard. Right, okay. So, let me try and okay.
Yeah.
So, there's the Zeo team.
Yep.
Sorry, the Turbo team. Except that Justin, who was a child, it was basically said, yeah, you can't go to space, you're a kid. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
This is Andros, their Red Ranger. When I tell you this is one of the best seasons that Saban ever did, because it ends with the Red Ranger having to break Zordon.
Huh. Oh, okay.
So, Power Rangers is broken down into eras. The Saban era initially was considered the Zordon era. I can't remember what the other eras are called afterwards, but they basically went, everything still has continuity, but we're sick of the same thing constant.
Okay.
So let's just they fucking killed off Zordon to protect the world.
Fucking Christ.
And
it's a bit of a leap.
To this, because basically Zordon encouraged Andros the Red Ranger to be like, yeah, just break the tube, dude. He was there if you do it, it'll send out a shockwave and hopefully kill off the villain. It did.
Oh, well, at least it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's this season's really cool.
Suits are okay. They're fine.
The issue is, the suits are from Mega Ranger, which is based on technology, not space travel.
Right, okay, yeah, so aesthetically it didn't 100% suit the theme of what they were going for.
But it still went pretty well.
Yeah.
The suit was sick. So this is actually the first season of Power Rangers to ever get a battleizer. And, funny little tidbit of knowledge. Buff Red Ranger.
He is buff.
So basically some kid accidentally put a code in on his morpher and that happened. And that's how they introduced battleizers into the mainline universe of Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Now,
All right.
what's interesting is the battleizers are not Sentai footage.
Aren't they?
Battleizers are American made initially.
Oh, right.
So,
okay.
Funnily enough, there's SPD. SPD was the first time that Sentai used a battleizer.
Oh, shit. That's really cool. Okay.
And the US still designed it.
They must have just got it right, and everyone was like, that's pretty good. Could you do it with this?
Yeah. Deca Ranger was just like, yeah, we want that. We'll have that. Sweet, cheers.
Have we, obviously with Power Rangers, it's very Western compared to Sentai.
Yeah, of course.
If I've got this correct, a lot of the fight scenes in early Power Rangers was still the footage from the Japanese show.
So they still reuse footage to this day, but
yeah.
they reuse a lot less than they used to.
They reuse it. So I was going to say, because of all from my understanding, obviously tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I always assumed that the only thing that was different between the original that they filmed in Japan for Japanese audiences and the stuff that they filmed in America for American audiences was just the out-of-suit drama.
So no, actually, there are some in-suit scenes that are filmed in America.
Oh, right, okay, alright.
Even back in Mighty Morphin. So, the way you can tell the difference in Mighty Morphin between Sentai and Power Rangers footage is that the Green Ranger's Dragon Shield doesn't look as good in the English one, because the Dragon Shield they sent over to do some like suit work, like for like cameras in America, unfortunately got damaged in transit and would have been too expensive to replace with the material.
Right, I got you.
So they basically remade it out of felt.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
Which is why if you look at some comparisons of the Green Dragon Ranger and Tommy with the suit on, it looks like shit.
I get you. That makes sense.
Slight changes like that are the difference as well. And so when they run out of Zee Ranger footage to use, there were a few times where suit actors in Japan had to get in the camera in the Zee Ranger suits again with the White Ranger suit, which is from another season.
Okay.
And so there's little bits of footage that weren't necessarily recorded in America that were still for Power Rangers.
Okay.
Especially back then, but now they do a lot more on location.
Yeah.
So Zord battles and stuff, they're taken from Japan.
Yeah.
But like some villains get reused a few seasons later, and they'll take the suit and actually re-record the suit.
Oh, okay, yeah. They put more effort into the adaptations than I thought. Then that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. They didn't just refilm all of the live action stuff and call it a day. That's cool.
No. A lot of the drama's really different as well.
Oh, okay.
So personally, for me, I'd put In Space as a whole in high B.
I'll agree with you. I think the suits are fine. They're inoffensive. And there's Power Rangers Galaxy.
Lost Galaxy.
So
Lost Galaxy is the first one that doesn't involve Zordon.
Okay.
Lost Galaxy is really, really a good watch. No, not Gasser. Fuck you. No one cares about you.
That's Gasser. You know Gasser.
Yeah, obviously. So this was just set on a planet that was meant to also be a space station.
Right. Okay.
It's actually a space station disguised as a planet. It's a big reveal at the end of the show.
Okay, I see.
Because everyone's always running around going, yo, like a big thing for viewers was like, how is it set on a space station but there's a fucking sky?
Right.
They actually reveal it at the end of the season.
Okay. Right.
So this entire season it was meant to be 5 chosen warriors chosen by fate, which is pretty cool. Which led to my favourite suit ever from a 6th Ranger, the Magna Defender.
Now he looks really cool. I like that.
He's fucking rad. So the interesting thing is, in the Sentai he didn't have a morpher.
Right, okay.
In Lost Galaxy he does, and they reuse a morpher from a series they hadn't adapted, but that's the same season that they robbed the White Ranger suit from.
Okay.
But it led to a really cool morph sequence.
It's a lot of waste not, want not.
Yeah.
I will say with those suits there, they look like they are wearing sweater vests.
I love the helmets.
Yeah.
Fucking hate the suits.
Yeah, they look like they're wearing sweater vests. When we saw the first image with them with the swords out, they looked cool then. Now that I see them all in a row, chess club motherfuckers.
They're all body warmers. Like,
yeah, they are. I mean, I know I'm wearing a vest right now. Don't at me.
Mama's boy looking ass.
Yeah, it's also denim though. They don't look like these fucking.
Denim's rad. These guys are virgins.
Yeah. Exactly. They're cool though. The helmets are nice.
There was a really interesting thing that happened though with the Pink Ranger. She had to swap out halfway through the season with another actress.
Okay.
So they brought back the previous Red Ranger's sister as a character.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which is the only reason we still knew that Power Rangers are the mainline canon.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, the actress was dealing with cancer.
Ooh.
So bad bitch moment.
Yeah.
She lived and came back for the last episode.
Fair play. Well done.
It's like it's a really big popular thing because this character's still loved.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can imagine
the characters in Lost Galaxy are really awesome. So like this guy wasn't the guy that pulled the red sword from the stone. The guy that did it was his older brother. His older brother died.
Right. Okay.
And he just took up the mantle to save the universe. It was really cool.
I see.
It's like suits suck, Zords trash. But the drama and the interest in the season was sick. It's like could have been way worse.
Yeah, it could have been worse. Okay.
I'd personally put it as C.
C. If could have been better, could have been worse. C.
Yeah.
C.
So next we have one that I'm actually quite quite fond of Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue.
Mm.
So Lightspeed Rescue are a government-mandated Power Rangers team
Yeah.
that aren't made to inherently fight,
Oh, okay.
but they, like obviously because it's Power Rangers, they still fight.
Yeah, they still fight.
But you can tell a lot by this, like they're made to be rescuers.
Okay,
So
yeah.
like all of them are actually like firefighters, ambulance rescuers, and stuff before they were Power Rangers.
I see. Right. I quite like that idea. I think that's a neat.
I think it was really, really cool. Now,
Yeah.
the interesting thing out of all of this is this Ranger here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first ever Power Rangers official only Ranger, because this Ranger never existed in Go-Go 5.
Oh, okay.
The Titanium Ranger was specifically exclusive to Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue,
Mm.
and it was one of the first examples of them doing suit design on their own that was...
It's worked out quite well. The colours are very
looks so
good.
It's like, again, this is all American footage here.
Yeah.
You can always tell the difference because the Titanium Ranger doesn't show up as much because of how much footage they had to make just for the Titanium Ranger.
Yeah.
But again, like these are like the suits and jackets they had to wear. It's like the entire team were really interesting.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have seen a few episodes of this. When did this come out?
This would have been, I want to say, like 98, 99. Wait, no, 99.
99. Okay, I would have been 2. So
It's fine.
maybe not. But I recognise these jackets.
A lot of this got rerun, so it's like...
Yeah, I might have seen some
like,
reruns.
I'm the same age as Power Rangers Wild Force. I shouldn't know it like the back of my hand like I do.
Yeah, I get you. I can't remember. I don't know. When did the first season of Power Rangers come out?
93.
93.
93 or 94.
Yeah, about 4 years before I was born. So yeah.
So yeah, personally, I think the drama in this season was like kind of lackluster, but the suits and the acting were sick.
Yeah. I'm assuming you could probably watch the entire thing on YouTube now. It's probably all.
Oh, yeah,
you can
so-
definitely find it somewhere.
The Power Rangers official page has it all up.
Does it? Oh, okay, cool.
If you ever want to go back and watch something for nostalgia, the Power Rangers official page has you covered.
I like watching shows that I used to like as a kid every now
Me
and
too.
again. Just like throw an episode on, just be like, yeah, I used to love that, and then go about
like-
back being an adult.
Try and find like the one episode that really blew your head off as a kid, and you'll be there like, oh, the plot twist.
Yeah. Goosebumps was that for me. Every now and again I put Goosebumps on and I was like, wow, man, this sucked.
Fuck you specifically. Goosebumps is the reason I'm an insomniac.
Yeah, no, you used to stay up really, really late trying to watch Goosebumps as well.
Oh no, I didn't. I wasn't trying to watch it. I just couldn't sleep like some nights. And then one night an episode of Goosebumps came on. And it made me never want to sleep again.
I used to stay up on purpose to watch it. I was a right little fucker.
Right, so personally for me, I think this is like high C.
I give it a high C. I like the suits are fine. They're good. Yeah.
They're inoffensive.
Where do we get to now?
Power Rangers Time Force.
I have watched Time Force.
Time Force is my favourite season ever.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing is Time Force is one of the only seasons where where they adapted the Sentai and just went, fuck it, this story's sick, let's just use it.
Nice.
Like, they still did a lot of, like, original changes and stuff. But, like, Lightspeed Rescue... Sorry, Time Force is the most interesting one for me, personally. Like, obviously, initially, the Pink Ranger leads the team before the Red Ranger comes in, because the Red Ranger doesn't know anything because he's from the fucking past. Like, I don't know how well you know the story.
Not very... when I was watching this, I'd have been, like, 7 or 8.
So, like, episode 1, like bear in mind, I haven't seen this in years. It's just stuck in my head because I'm a fucking nerd. So, episode 1, the Rangers try and go back in time. To try and save the world from, like, the biggest issue that they've got going on right now.
Yeah.
Their original Red Ranger gets lost in a time vortex. I think they imply that he died or something.
Oh, right.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like Eric was just dead. So, like, basically, they had his morpher before it had been attached, but it's genetically linked to him.
Yeah.
So they've run around in the past looking for Eric's closest relative, who is Wes.
Ah, right. That makes sense.
And they go, yeah, we need a Ranger, and we can't activate it without you, so go. It's
Yeah.
the only way all 5 of them could morph.
I see.
And then the moment they're done with that, like, the Pink Ranger, who is currently leading the group, goes, yeah, we don't need you anymore, fuck off.
Ah, fair enough.
That's episode 1.
Yeah.
And then obviously we have the Quantum Ranger.
Yes. I
Eric.
remember the Quantum
Eric
Ranger.
is very, very cool.
Had an action figure of him as well.
So obviously his morph is a little bit different. So obviously he yells quantum power and lobs his hat into the air.
Yep.
Now, the funny thing about this is this Ranger in Time Ranger is called Time Fire. And he will also, like, so even the, like, out of costume suits are still the same. So these sort of suits are used in the Sentai.
Yeah.
Eric will sit sorry, he won't sit, but like he'll throw his hat in, like so Eric's counterpart in the Sentai will throw his hat into the air, yell time fire into his hand, and then morph, and it's so funny.
They do like their elaborate transformations in anything like Sentai or like suits like this. They just love it. They're slags for it.
It's like these suits are goated.
Yeah.
It's like they're simple in the right way.
Yeah.
They're interesting enough to look at.
Simple, effective.
It's beautiful.
Cool enough.
Fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
This is my S tier.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Pop it in S. When I was a kid, I used to love that show. I don't.
Peak fiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So next we have Power Rangers Wild Force.
I remember Wild Force a little bit as well.
So Wild Force again is a fun one because it was very, very similar to the Sentai. Sometimes they take Sentai footage and just go, yeah, we'll do a completely different story. Sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
So obviously we have the full team of 6 here.
Yeah.
This was nice to see because it was the first mainline team that didn't have a Pink Ranger.
Yeah, I remember again. This was suit-wise simple yet effective. This is also the one I remember very vividly. The Megazord animations where like.
This was the first one where they used CGI for the Megazords.
Yeah. So wouldn't it show like all of the respective animals running out of their environments and then all more like morphing together. I used to really like stuff like that. We're not there yet, but Dino Thunder was cool for that.
Dino Thunder is an interesting one. Like again, they don't always use CGI for these, but like when they do, it fucking pops.
Yeah, I remember this was
like to this day the Isis Megazord and the Predazord are two of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, they're cool. I remember I remember that when I was a kid, I used to really, really like Power Rangers and Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds is sick.
Because more or less, they're pretty goddamn similar.
Thunderbirds is English Toku.
Yeah, it is. That's straight up what Thunderbirds is.
Oh my god. It's fucking revelations.
English Toku with puppets. That's what Thunderbirds is. And it's not bad.
It was pretty sick.
It's pretty good. And then but I used to remember the CGI animations for the transformations for the Zord, and it was cool. Wow. It was really, really neat. Like when I was a kid, I used to eat that kind of thing up.
Same. So yeah, this is the original team of 5. I'm not going to talk about this very much. We're going to move swiftly on from this because there was a big controversy around the Red Ranger that I will tell you, but will be not kept in the video.
No, okay, that's fine. So
the Red Ranger was jailed for stabbing someone with a sword.
Oh, okay. So yeah, editing, James. Get rid of the last 15 seconds.
Thank you, James. Yeah, so like this team are actually revered very well because like the Red Ranger was also in this case the last one to come into the group in episode 1.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Until this point, the Yellow Ranger actually led the group, and there was like a big drama between the two of them because he was picked by the Lion, he's meant to lead, but she's so used to leading that she was pissed off about it because she's like ex-Air Force.
Right. Okay. So she was actually qualified to lead, but he was chosen to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's very much the case of like you see Cole trying to grow into that role because he's not a dickhead about it. It's just like he lived in a very secluded part of the world. He lived in like a third world country and like was kind of forced to be seeked out by the Lion because like the Lion chose him.
Okay, yeah.
So like he never wanted any part of it. He's just trying to play his role, and that's what makes the season interesting because everyone else is there almost by choice, knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
Sometimes Cole's just there like, what?
Who? Where am I?
Look at this boy's eyes. He doesn't know what taxes are.
He has absolutely no idea. Yeah. If you put a passport in front of him, he'd be like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like, Wild Force is fucking awesome. I'd put it in A, personally.
Pop it in A. I like it. Looks neat.
Next is Ninja Storm.
Woo! Let's go! I love Ninja Storm.
Baby.
Ninja
Storm is one of my favourite seasons ever.
Yeah, no, this was my fucking jam when I was a kid.
It's like you got Dustin being like the main fucking comic relief. Mm-hmm. You got Tori being the baddest bitch on the planet. You got Shane being the coolest skater ever.
It was fucking sick. It was rad.
Then we get Hunter and Blake as well, and these guys were so fucking rad. 3 members of this team were motocross teenagers.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I've mentioned that I've had a few action figures of Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. This was the first one I asked for.
Same.
Yeah.
And then so then we had the 6th Ranger who was Cam.
Yeah.
Cam's character was sick. I loved watching him grow into being a ranger.
Yeah.
Really funny little tidbit though. Obviously, I know I said I wouldn't talk about the Sentais as much as possible, but this is just a funny little fact for James. Mm-hmm. So, in the Sentai Hurricaneja. This is Shurikenja, who is the god of ninja.
Oh, sick one.
So he possesses different people to use his morpher because he doesn't have a physical form.
Yeah.
So throughout the show, when Shurikenja comes in, he possesses the bodies of like different actors, and these actors are all people that have played Rangers before.
Okay.
And they're all like really old at this point. It's really cool.
Oh, fair play.
But yeah, like this entire team, like the aesthetic's gorgeous.
Yeah, series is great.
I mean, the hamster sensei was a bit weird, but I can get over that.
Yeah, we can move past that. It wasn't necessarily out of place, but it was still weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's like this is one of the seasons that used a lot of its own footage because there's so many scenes, if you remember rightly, where the visors are down but they're still wearing the suits.
Yep.
And they're all talking.
Really like stuff like
That was
that.
my favourite thing in Ninja Storm. Just
Yeah.
watching the Rangers interact while morphed.
I feel this is an easy S. I feel.
Straight facts. Like,
Yeah,
look at
S.
these guys, man.
Yeah, they look cool. They look really cool.
They're all so fucking cool.
Yeah,
It's like the fact that we got to see Tori come back in Operation Overdrive was cool.
Yeah, we'll be putting that straight in S.
And then of course we have the other goat.
Dino Thunder. It's gonna be another S for me. This was the one. This was the one other than Ninja Storm I liked the most.
So obviously this season saw the the return of Tommy Oliver as the Black Ranger.
Yep.
Now bear in mind Tommy hadn't actually been in the show in a long time at this point.
Yep.
But like everyone was really excited to see him back, but no one really gets why he became a paleontologist.
It's a bit strange, really.
Shoehorning, really, because it was like, he's gonna grow up to have a martial arts school. Now he's a paleontologist. But again, it's like
It's weird.
the White Ranger being evil initially. That fucking suit is gorgeous.
The white suit is very, very good.
So the interesting thing is, in the Sentai, the White Ranger never really becomes a good guy in the main show.
Yeah.
Abade Killer is not really a hero character. He's basically like out for blood. He's the biggest hater ever.
Yeah.
But the way Trent grew into being a member of the team, and again, this is another season where so at this point Disney had taken over Power Rangers. So Disney had bought the rights halfway through Wild Force.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is why Wild Force kind of bombed because things changed so much.
Yeah.
But what really got them going was Ninja Storm. And from there they just started doing so much more actual footage with the cast properly, and that's why there's so much more White Ranger footage of them actually working with the team.
Yeah.
But it's like this season is by far one of the best shows we ever had.
It was really good.
Connor being a cocky prick all the time, Ethan being really interesting with all of his little nerdy facts, Kira being a really cool musician as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Trent, bless him, he's just there because he got possessed, the poor boy.
Yeah.
And Tommy's running around if I didn't pick up the gem, they were just going to use it for evil.
Yeah.
Poor cunt can't catch a break.
He just wants to be a paleontologist, man.
I mean,
he just wants to get on with it.
It was really cool to see a veteran ranger as the mentor of the team.
I love little stories like that.
There's a really funny episode of Dino Thunder as well where they're watching interdimensional TV. And they actually get to see an episode of Aber Ranger that's been dubbed. And all three of them are just like, yo, what the fuck is happening?
What the hell?
It's so good.
Just like me, for real.
Because it's in Aber Ranger, the dinosaurs can talk through the morphers. Which is why the braces change.
Yeah.
So it's there's a scene of Abade Yellow talking to a pterodactyl through the morpher. And Kira's just there can I do that? It's great. I love it so much.
Yeah, easy S.
Easy S.
Easy S.
The moments that were parody hit so well, the moments that weren't hit really well too.
I'm not willing to discuss the next Power Rangers series. It's going in F.
Is it because they're feds?
Feds.
Now, alignment-wise, yes. I agree. The issue is... Right, okay.
Did you like SPD?
Okay. ACAB?
Yeah.
Except for red.
Except for red.
Right. Not all cops, because Jack Landers would never.
Here's a list of how he can become a better cop. Quit.
Okay. So, Jack Landers was never a fed.
Okay, that's fine. Cool.
So he was recruited because his parents were SPD, and he was actually a criminal at the time.
Okay.
Sky was the Blue Ranger. Sky wanted to be red so bad he insulted the Pink Ranger over it and never got the chance to be red, so he was blue instead.
Okay.
So Jack, the Yellow Ranger Z, and Anubis Kruger are the reason this show fucking rocks.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
So Doggy Kruger specifically went, yeah, if you can't handle the idea of someone else leading because they're a woman, you should not be leading a team. So you're going to be the Blue Ranger.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And it was like it was a moment where he was like, here's the morpher. He didn't say anything, and he then like in episode 1 he transforms, finds out he's blue, and has a fucking Mard attack over it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But it's like the reason that makes the show actually genuinely amazing is watching Sky go from being this awful, shitty cop that's so by the book and awful to everyone to actually being a good ranger and a good person because of Jack.
Ah, fair play. All right.
It's like, yes, they are police officers, but luckily they're fictional police officers, so they actually want to make the world a better place.
So I am going to have to do it off script slightly.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, the SPD Yellow's an OnlyFans star now, and she makes back.
Good for her.
She's done a couple things in the suit.
I bet people fucking love that.
I bet they would.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I would. But
Yeah, I mean, the suits are cool. I like the suits.
The suits are rad. Like, this is like their firing squad mode, which they get later on as a team power up.
Yeah. Did they have to call it firing squad mode?
It's actually called SWAT mode.
Oh, okay. It's not much better.
It's not. But this was before the days of swatting. It's fine.
It's all good.
This was back when SWAT teams actually had a purpose.
Yeah. Back when the pattern SWAT teams did things.
So their final villains were like one of the final villains were actually a corrupt set of cop rangers.
Huh. Okay. Fair enough.
Like episode 1 starts with A Squad going missing. This is actually B Squad. B Squad are literally spending the entire season fighting oppression. And when A Squad return, they realise they're corrupt feds.
Yeah.
And these guys take them the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's actually a really cool moment because it's it's not something you'd see with real police officers. But it's something that we did see with this, and it was really heartwarming to be like, okay, well, no, none of that. Because it's a lot of people misremember the show as being Power Rangers ICE.
Yeah.
But it was no, they weren't just going after immigrants, they were just going after people doing committing crimes.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
So it was this one season where there's one episode where the Green Ranger has to figure out who's done a really, really big bank heist. And he figures out it's some woman pretending to be a human. And no one believes him until he literally morphs, picks up a car and throws it at her, and she cuts it in half.
Yeah, well, that's definitive proof, isn't it?
Because it's this season's characters really stood out. So you had Jack being standoffish because he didn't really even want to be there. You had Sky being mad at Jack's existence because he wants to lead the team. You had Bridge, who's just the little nerdy guy who's autistic coded and does little things, but everyone loves him. It's I think there's a point where someone's a dick to Bridge and the Blue Ranger hits them.
Fair play.
The Yellow Ranger Z, she's best friends with Jack. They were both criminals before this, but they're both trying to make a difference. Pink Ranger Sid, bless her, she's she pretends she's a bimbo.
Fair enough. I like a good bimbo character.
The thing is though, each SPD Ranger as well has powers before they're morphed. So Jack can phase through walls.
All right.
Z can make doppelgangers of herself. Sky has something to do with energy fields. Bridge can read auras.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And Sydney, bless her, she can adapt her body to become certain materials. So the two she tends to go for are crystal or metal.
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's she turn her hand to crystal.
Fair play. Yeah.
It's really cool to see as a brawler. Then you have the Omega Ranger, he's from the future. You have the Cat Ranger, she's in one episode. And you got Kruger's suit, which is just gorgeous.
Yeah, that is a really cool suit.
So as much as this show theoretically is an F, I have to tell you, man, this show's high A.
Alright, put it in high A.
Right. Now the next one is also. So there's an issue with Mystic Force.
I used to watch Mystic Force.
Right, show's sick. Red Ranger sucks.
Yeah.
Right, I love these suits.
Gonna say it's the wizardy one, isn't it?
This is how you do wizards.
Yeah, this is cool.
It's I love the Gold Ranger. Even the team power up looks sick. Everything about the show was just amazing, except for the Red Ranger, because the Red Ranger fucking sucked.
Well, it was just bad.
Nick was awful. His character was awful. The guy that plays him is an asshole now, which is even worse.
Oh god, that's never fun.
Which is a shame because every other member of the original cast are like adored by the community. Like the Yellow Ranger's like a little comic book nerd. It feels like he he feels like he shouldn't be there, but he just kind of walked into a magic forest and got a morpher, and now he's a wizard. The Blue and Pink Rangers are siblings, and they're like really really close. Xander pretends he's like a womanizer. He thinks he's so cool. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's like Xander's actually a really interesting character because he starts figuring out how to make spells.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
There's one point where he gets like a muscle form that specifically only he uses once, and it's really funny. And then obviously you got the additional Rangers.
Yeah.
The White Ranger. You got the Neo Red Ranger, I guess you'd call it, because he used to be Korag, and then you got the Gold Ranger.
Ah, right. Okay.
In a previous TikTok, I know I said that the Gold Ranger is basically Kamen Rider Deno, and I stick with it because he's based on trains and genies, and you can't prove otherwise, cunt.
Where are you putting it?
Right, the Red Ranger really ruins it because the Red Ranger is meant to be the main protagonist, so I'm going to put it in B.
Okay, yeah, B sounds good. I like the costumes, but like if
Costumes are awesome, the swords are amazing.
if the Red Ranger's an ass, then yeah.
Right, Operation Overdrive is an interesting one as well.
This was advertised a lot when I was a kid, but I never got round.
So they never actually properly advertised it the way it should have been, because the whole point of this Ranger team is that they're meant to be like heroes for hire on a on a quest for someone else.
Okay, yeah.
But they never really get that point across.
I see.
So like the Red Ranger fell into being a Red Ranger because his dad was meant to be the Red Ranger.
Ah, okay.
But it's like his dad was in trouble and he picked up the Morpher first, so it genetically linked to him and he gained the powers. Like some of the acting in this season was pretty bad. Like I can't lie, I have a little bit of a love for this season that not many people do.
Yeah.
This is probably like my like most lukewarm take. I love this season because of Mac and Taizan. Now I'm not gonna lie, most of the season sucks. But Mac finds out he's a cyborg.
All right.
Because his dad never had the time for a woman.
Sorry, that's the funniest reason to find out that you're a cyborg. Shit, my dad didn't have no bitches.
So, basically, Mac gets like severely beaten up in a fight.
Yeah.
He wakes up and he's like, why can't I feel my arms? And then it just kind of zones out to his like head being on top of a table.
Oh dear.
Like you can see like a bit of wiring and stuff,
Yeah.
and he's just there like, hey, I have several questions. Like, hey, what the fuck? So it just turns out that like Mac was never even a child or anything. It's like technically speaking, Mac's only like 3 or 4 years old, but he's like programmed to be a teenager.
Oh, okay.
It's like really fucked up.
That's crazy.
And-
That's quite a twist, actually.
Yeah, and then Taizan is an alien who was like part of a different superhero team that weren't Rangers, but his team all died, including the love of his life.
Oh dear.
He was like imprisoned and turned into a monster, and the Rangers convinced managed to help him find himself again after fighting him, and he became a Ranger. It was really cool.
Yeah.
The Mercury Ranger really stands out to me. Like it's such a cool suit,
Yeah.
and like I know this season is inherently bad, but you guys do not give Mac enough love. He was a good sweet boy, and he did his best. He was a good man.
Where this one going?
It's high C.
High C. Yeah.
I can't let my
Okay. Do you like it? Do you like that series more than Rescue? Yeah. It seems like you like that series more than Rescue. It's all good that you do.
He's a good boy. He's a good little man. Right, so we're getting towards the end of the Disney era here. So
Yeah.
after RPM, so technically after Jungle Fury.
Yeah.
So obviously you remember Jungle Fury. Oh, fucking sick this season.
Jungle Fury was good. I used to
Again,
like that a lot.
Another amazing example of a Red Ranger having to learn to lead.
Yeah.
I love that trope in this show. I don't care. It's fucking cool. Like again, the fucking Rhino Ranger. Like these suits went so fucking hard.
Those suits are very, very good.
The suits are sick. The plot was sick.
Those are really cool. I like that they're cut. What's
Spirit
meant
Rangers too.
Yeah. What's meant to be their primary colour is actually like an accent colour on the white.
That's just their super form. That's the team power up.
Ah, okay.
This is how it looks more so.
That's how it looks more there.
But
I remember
even
that
then,
now.
it's like
They're pretty good either way.
gorgeous.
Yeah. They're proper good.
It's like this was their power up form, which was their Jungle Master mode. And it's like, yo, it looks clean as fuck.
Yeah. It does look really, really nice. I remember this a little bit when I was a kid, but like, well,
I'm obsessed with the Spirit Rangers because these are Power Rangers exclusives. They didn't exist in the Sentai.
yeah, I get you.
And look at how gorgeous that suit is.
It is really cool. After this series, I think this is the point where I started like growing out of it a bit.
Yeah, I kind of stopped up to this point for a while too.
Yeah.
But like, that's how you do a shock Power Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, the swords. Nah. Fucking penguin on a fucking, like, hoverboard.
Yeah.
Like, fucking... I'm sorry, if I ever saw Penguin on a hoverboard, I'd high-five that motherfucker. This shit is A.
Yeah. Bob it in A. I remember liking it.
So, the thing is, though, ratings were going down during the Disney era at this point, and RPM wasn't even meant to be made.
Oh, right.
So they really didn't care. Which led to a really weird thing. RPM is one of the best critically watchable shows ever.
Really? That good?
So it parodies itself in good ways. So like the Green Ranger doesn't like it's nothing cringe like breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
The Green Ranger just acknowledges the shit happening around him while he morphs, and he's there like, why are there explosions? And he keeps asking the mentor of the group, why are there explosions? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Between the auxiliary blast that makes you morph, and he's just like, that's not even make sense. What are you saying? Blue Ranger was Scottish. Like thick Scottish accent. It was sick.
Because why not?
It was just it was just part of the character as well, which is cool. Obviously, the actor is also Scottish.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought that might have been the case. It's cool to have a Scottish accent. I love Scottish accents.
So like at one point, one of the villains says something along the lines of, "Oh, red's the leader, black's the bad boy, yellow's X. What are you?" He punches her in the face and he goes, "I'm Scottish." Because it's like somehow this show is really, really well written and says the funniest shit.
I love well-written shows that are also dumb.
It's like, it's so dumb, it's great. And then we got two additional Rangers who like are genuinely really, really loved. They're siblings, I think. I haven't seen RPM in a long time.
Yeah.
Like I watched a couple episodes when I was younger, but I never really finished it because it was on Toonatic.
I see.
But like, this is a fucking amazing show. It's one of those things where it's like I'd get you drunk and be like, yo, let's watch this dumbass show. It's sick.
I'd probably be up for it. I mean,
so good.
At this point, you can put them wherever you think, because of like I fell off
so
long before this happened.
RPM ends the Disney era of Power Rangers, and unfortunately, with that, we got into the Neo Saban era, where Saban brought it back for a while.
I see.
And we got Power Rangers Samurai.
And how did this go?
Samurai. White guy.
He's not a samurai. Well, I mean, he could be, but
long genetic lineage of a family of samurai. That is a Caucasian man, sir. What the fuck do you mean?
Doesn't even make. Why? That is very strange to make Power Rangers samurai and then not cast a Japanese lead in the main.
So Shinkenja was also about samurai.
Yeah.
Difference is the entire fucking team in Shinkenja were Japanese.
Which makes, yeah.
In my personal opinion, this is not the season they should have adapted for this, because they have a ton of seasons they haven't adapted, and they could have actually used their fucking brains.
Yeah.
But no.
It's very strange.
Got this shit.
Yeah, screw it.
This is the most lukewarm, ass shit, bottom tier, bottom bitch.
It wasn't even a good show, objectively, other than the bad casting.
So, the weird thing is, like, to, like, mid-Gen Z, this is their Mighty Morphin. Apparently it was still written pretty well. But I refuse to believe it, because I'm just like, no, it's trash.
Yeah, I get you.
So, because this was airing on Nickelodeon at the time, they'd adapt 24 episodes a season.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, this season got done, and then they went, okay, we'll do another season of Samurai, and they did Super Samurai.
Okay.
Still trash.
Still bad. Alright, what we got now?
So, we got an anniversary season called Power Rangers Megaforce. So Megaforce's aesthetic comes from Goseiger, and Goseiger's theme was Legacy Rangers fighting as angels versus demons.
That's interesting.
Look at how gorgeous those suits are.
They are neat. They are really cool suits.
So Megaforce and Super Megaforce are technically the same series. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to start showing you shit together. So
That's too small. There we go.
So, this is Troy. Now, I want to make it very, very clear, the actors are not at fault for the issues with the writing team. They are really good actors, and this community loves them. This is Troy. Mm-hmm. He fucking sucks.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's not the actor's fault. The character was written poorly.
Yeah.
It just wasn't adapted well, and that leads me on to my least favourite part. This is Super Mega Force.
I don't know how to feel about...
Look at how fucking cool those suits are.
Yeah, they are really... quite neat.
So this is from Gokaiger, my favourite Sentai ever.
It's the jackets and the collars for me.
Exactly.
I like the collar.
It's fucking gorgeous, and unfortunately, the writing team ruined it because the cast are sick.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the cast because the cast do a lot for the community.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Troy still does meetups and shit because he genuinely adores the community.
Okay, he just got a bit unlucky
Yeah,
with
like,
the season that he was in.
Unfortunately, but it's like the suits are sick. Troy as a character isn't too bad. It's just the season was badly written.
Yeah, I get you.
Like, there's like a moment of really bad cultural appropriation with Robo Knight, where like Robo Knight's like hanging out with a young black kid, and the young black kid's only interest is rap music, and it's just a bit.
Okay.
But
It
it's
made
like-
him a bit one-dimensional. Yeah.
But it's like this season's so like visually it's gorgeous. Super Megaforce and Megaforce had a lot of characters come back.
Yeah.
To like either train a ranger in some way or like advise them. So in one episode we see Casey from Jungle Fury come back.
Oh, cool.
And he he has a conversation with Troy and like helps him like find his like inner zen or something. It's really cool.
Okay.
But it's like their weapons are like muskets and shit, so you can't even hate it completely. It's like the Silver Ranger is also really cool. I love his suit. So in Gokaiger, the Silver Ranger is interesting because everyone else is a space pirate. So they run around taking ranger keys and learning to use other forms. This guy is a Sentai nerd.
Ah, fair play. Yeah.
So he's just like, oh, it's this thing from this, and he just puts it in and goes, yeah! He's like having the best time all the time. It's so funny.
I like that. Good for him.
Like this, it's why in scenes from Super Megaforce, it seems like Gokai Silver's suit is always having a much better time in the Japanese footage. It's because Gokai Silver's literally like fucking nerdgasming while he's fighting. He's like, I'm a fucking Power Ranger.
Which, in all fairness,
Same.
if any Sentai fan was like, "Oh shit, I'm a Power Ranger now," they'd never stop screaming about how fucking rad it is. So fair play. That's well written. That's pretty decent.
Dude, it's basically me. Let's be serious.
He's just like me for real.
Hey yo, Hasbro, hook your boy up as a ranger. Let's do it.
All right.
Again, visually it's gorgeous. Not as much for Super Megaforce.
We just talk about how cool that one character is, and then it's just like, F.
I'm sorry, Megaforce. It's not your fault.
Yeah, what we got here?
So this is actually the one time Neo Saban did really fucking well. This is Power Rangers. So you're gonna see a lot of dinosaur things.
Okay, that's fine.
This is Dino Charge.
I like Dino Thunder.
Dino Charge is technically like an 8 or 9 Ranger team.
Jesus.
Like they've got the core 5. That's the entire team.
Jesus. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 9. There's 9 of them.
The Pachycephalo Ranger is my favourite Ranger ever.
There's 10 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of them.
apologise, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's, I don't know, either way, 9's a lot. 10's even more, you know what I mean?
But yeah, so like Dino Charge
Obviously.
is actually like really loved.
Yeah.
The season's really good. The actors in it are great. They're amazing for the community.
Costumes are cool. Little shoulder pauldrons. I'm a
this
fan.
guy is like one of the fandom's favourite people ever because he's the sweetest guy ever. I follow him on Twitter. Shout out Yoshi, you're fucking awesome, dude. Like he is like the fucking coolest. They're all great. Slightly gay coded character.
Fair play.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Raptor theme.
Yeah.
Very cool. This season, genuinely, I couldn't nitpick it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then obviously you have, again, while this was airing on Nickelodeon, they do 2 seasons in one. This is Dino Supercharge, which is the same cast, and this time they didn't adapt another Sentai for it.
Okay.
They did, however, give them upgrades.
Their armor looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool
That's
armor.
like the full team here.
Yeah. Wow, so many of them.
Yeah, I know, right? So this is based on Kyoryuger, which is actually based on like dinosaurs and festivals. So like to morph in Kyoryuger, they're like dance and shit.
Okay, yeah.
Which I don't really fuck with as much, but it's like Arjun's bread and butter.
Yeah.
Arjun's favourite series is Kyoryuger.
I get you. Yeah.
So like, there is one extra ranger that was evil in a movie that they may be bringing out for Cosmic Fury, which is kind of cool, but like no one's too crazy about it.
I get you.
But this is like, like the diversity in the helmets alone is just gorgeous. Like the Pachycephalo Ranger's helmet looks so good.
Yeah, it does look awesome.
It's my favourite dinosaur. So
I really like it.
I lose my shit. It's like when I saw the Pachycephalozord in Dino Thunder, I lost my mind.
Ah, fair play.
Just a little headbutt guy, look at him go.
Where are you popping this one?
High A, man.
High A.
Like, sorry, like mid-A. It's like it's good, but it's not like a lot of this show is like what's the word? Nostalgia bait. Either way.
It's a lot of nostalgia.
So like Ninja Steel again, it's one of those seasons where it's like okay, this feels a little bit weird to watch, but I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't enjoy it that much, but I didn't enjoy Ninja either.
You know what? I'll point one thing out as well. I feel as though like, what was the company that bought it back from Disney?
So Saban bought it back again.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, Hasbro owns it.
Okay, so
This is the first Hasbro season.
I'm just noticing that, like, obviously you got Ninja Storm, Ninja Steel,
Yeah.
super similar names.
It's because they just keep adapting series that like, to be honest, like you've got something Sentai Kyoryuja.
Yeah.
But like Mighty Morphin's based on Kyoryu Sentai's Zyuranger, so it's just like there's only so many words.
Yeah, I guess yeah, but it's one of them. It's just I feel as though it's very easy to like, especially if you're a kid, just like I want to watch Ninja Storm, and then
The thing is
you
that
end
it's
up-
like
yeah.
the thing is like this is only from a few years ago.
When did this one come out?
I want to say like 2017.
Oh, so 5 years ago.
Yeah, so
Sorry, 6 years ago. Pretty recent.
Any kid watching Ninja Steel, unless their parents know of it, they ain't watching Ninja Storm.
Nah, they'll
So,
find the right thing. Okay.
My issues with this season is Cowboy Ninja Ranger.
Now listen, I like cowboys. I just don't see the correlation there.
As a big cowboy fan myself, no thank you.
Yeah, that's a bit
it's
weird.
Because in the Ninja, this Sixth Ranger is half Japanese, half American. His morph is a burger flip phone. It sucks.
Can I suggest that we put this in F immediately?
Yes, thank you, please.
I don't. You know what? I need no more information.
Super Ninja Steel's a continuation. I fucking hate it. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Last two.
So Beast Morphers is actually a really cool one. So Power Rangers RPM was actually set. It's the only one that's set in a different timeline.
Okay, yeah.
An issue happens in Beast Morphers in like episode, I think in season 2, where the villain of RPM breaks the dimensional barrier and ends up in this universe, and that's when they become Rangers.
Oh, okay. I see.
Like
Big
so
suits.
Beast Morphers has like a bunch of like old Rangers come back to.
Mm-hmm.
So like we see like the original Red Ranger for the first time in years on screen.
Yeah,
So like seeing Austin St. John actually morph as well is like goated.
that's cool. Okay.
This season is mwah.
I was gonna say, so you seem like you enjoyed it. You seem like you liked it
It's
quite
really
a bit.
good. I don't fuck with the morphers as much,
Yeah.
but like I'll show you the morph sequence at some point and I'll show you why. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just like they reveal it, like a visor comes up and then it just like basically attaches itself. I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay.
But like the characters are all really fun. They're all really interesting. These guys are actually the same ranger. No, sorry, no, they're not. So this guy, his Japanese counterpart,
Yeah.
has a robot that's constantly in the morphed state.
Okay.
So it's this suit. When that guy morphs, the suit just comes onto him from the other guy, and the other guy basically loses consciousness. It's a really interesting thing.
No, that's quite cool. Okay.
So like these
Different.
These two are obviously Beatles.
Yes, they look like Beatles.
So Hasbro didn't think kids would realise that. So
Okay.
so according to Hasbro, this is the praying mantis ranger.
No, it's not.
It's a fucking Hercules beetle.
No, it's how is it a praying mantis? It's not even green. The fuck? I do not get an ounce of praying mantis from that.
Yeah, because kids don't know what a kulagata is. Because why would they learn new words? It's almost like stuff like this should be good for kids' early development.
Kids learn new words every goddamn day.
I know, right?
You know how easy it is to get a child to learn a new word. Just tell them not to say it.
They don't even change the sword. It's
That's-
very still obviously a beetle.
So I'm really sorry. So like,
It's the
they
only bad
thought-
thing about the show.
They thought it would be easier for a kid to learn what a praying mantis is, a very particularly niche insect. Don't know if it's an insect. I'm not an insect expert.
It's an insect.
Okay, cool. A very niche insect, only seen in very specific parts in the world, which as soon as they're like, oh, I'm gonna Google what a fucking praying mantis is, they find out that they get their heads eaten.
I love that 20 minutes ago he didn't give a fuck about any of this. I'm
I'm
converting him.
I'll admit, in the early bit, I was a bit like, yeah, it's early Power Rangers. Then there was the bit that I watched, and now I'm invested in how weird the narrations are. Now I'm just interested in, like, why did they think that was better? It's okay if they'd have just called him like, I don't know, the Cyan Ranger.
Yeah, sure.
That's absolutely fine. But he was already an insect. They changed him to another insect that they're not gonna. I don't fucking know.
Angry Jimi moment.
Just, I'm annoyed at it based off that alone.
So like, the show's like a good B tier show, but because of the issues.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the most recent season that just finished last year?
Okay, I'm assuming break for COVID.
No. This is Power Rangers Dino Fury.
Okay.
Season 2 dropped last year on Netflix. It was great. I am actually a really big Dino Fury fan. So, dinosaurs and knights.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool as fuck, right?
I'm instantly invested.
So, these two are part of an alien race that are from 65 million years ago. They went to Earth to try and fight off some beasts. Some things that like their government had created because it had spread and killed their world off. Their team lost. Everyone except these two died, and these two were put in stasis.
Oh Jesus! It's a bit
So
dark.
like when the Gold Ranger first comes in, it's like it takes like 2-3 episodes for him to actually forgive the Red Ranger because it's technically the Red Ranger's fault that they died.
Okay.
And it fucking haunts him in season 1.
Okay, so instantly you got all of that going on.
Really cool was Ollie, the Blue Ranger, is like a really cool character. He's like their technician. He's like really really smart, but he's a little bit of a dick. So there's actual character there instead of him just being like, oh yes, the fuck capacitor.
Alright.
So Amelia's like a she's a news reporter, but she like wants to talk about ghost stories and stuff. She's really cool.
Okay.
Ion, when he comes out of his shell, just really really likes fashion. So Izzy and Harvey are twins.
Oh, okay.
Izzy's a lesbian, just like constantly quipping as like a little bit of a coping mechanism. And she bullies Harvey when his quips are shit.
In all fairness, sometimes you have to.
Because it's like at one point he says something like, "Oh, you're too slow," and she's like, "That was trash." But it's like she's not much better because she boomers someone in season 1. She's fighting a villain. It says something. She goes, "Okay, boomer."
Oh man. Okay, boomer. Really, in the year of our Lord 2022.
It was 2021 when that season came out.
Oh, okay.
But it's like a lot of the original footage is noticeable. Like the footage was clean. The suits are fucking gorgeous too.
I like the suit.
And there's so many suit upgrades that you see in the show that everyone gets to use because of how their power sets work. And like this team is like unironically one of the strongest teams we've ever seen. They have crazy feats. This is all of them without the helmets. Everyone loves them. They're great.
Yeah.
So for the next season, they're keeping the same cast.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Really cool thing. Hunter Dino, the girl who plays Amelia, her character will be the Red Ranger for that season.
Oh, rad. That's gonna be cool.
The first mainline female Red Ranger, so everyone's kind of like, yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, that is cool.
And it was technically hinted at in an episode where these two swapped bodies.
Oh, I see. I like body swap stories. They're always funny.
They're interesting.
Freaky Friday, but cool.
Yeah. So Dino Fury
Yeah.
is actually the top of S.
You're putting it at the top of it. Jesus, all right.
That show, unironically, is the best thing Hasbro has done for Power Rangers.
All right, fair play.
It's well written. It's watchable now. You can tell that Hasbro understands that their audience has shifted to older people, and it shows so much more in Dino Fury. Because it's like with certain jokes they make, with certain callbacks they make, just by like mentioning like old histories and stuff. It's like, there's no way you get it unless you're an adult.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like some of the jokes. It's like, I'm sorry, a 5-year-old doesn't know Okay Boomer.
No, not really. They wouldn't understand. They wouldn't even be able to begin where that.
It's like, but again, like the lesbian, like the lesbian story, Izzy gets a girlfriend in the show and stuff.
Oh, okay,
And they're
so
very openly together. It's really well done.
I think that it's about time really,
And
because
the representation for LGBT people really, really means a lot to us as a community.
I was gonna say it does really, really matter.
And it's like it was really nice to see because the Green Ranger went like Izzy when she first morphs. So like her and Harvey morph at the same time because they just find their Ranger keys. Like Harvey's the Black Ranger. He's a musician. It's really cool.
Oh, cool. All right.
And that gets reflected in his suit in Cosmic Fury because his weapon's an axe that's also a guitar.
Okay. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that really suits. It's an axe.
So bless her. Izzy's character morphs for the first time, and obviously most femme rangers have skirts. The first thing she goes is, "This is cool, but it could be cool," and she just rips the skirt off.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah. I was gonna say that one of the things I've always noticed is obviously like female rangers always having skirts and stuff. Like, it'd be cool. It'd be nice to lose that. Like
It is being lost a lot more now.
yeah, cool.
It's like we've seen the designs for Cosmic Fury suits.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think they're that great, but there's no skirts.
Okay, that's alright. I think it's a step in the right direction there.
So, Cosmic Fury is the first Power Rangers team that is not adapting any Sentai footage on Morphed or Unmorphed.
Okay.
The suits are completely American original, but unfortunately, they're kind of trash.
Okay.
But it's the same cast, and it might still actually look better on camera. So I'm gonna give it a go.
Give it a try when it comes out. See what you think.
Right. So yeah, this is all we have time for. This is the final tier list.
Yeah. That's everything we got.
Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see me do more Toku stuff like this, please subscribe for more. Leave a like and tell me anything you want to see me do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.